Hello and welcome back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Yevrà here, my Sith Inquisitor, and we are here at Outpost Zaroshe, and we're about to enter the Dune Sea of the world of Tatooine. Where we last left off, we dealt with Andronicus's first mate, but it seems some of the other crew were also driven mad and escaped with a lot of his money, some prized blaster pistols, and of course the more important thing, the artifact of Tulak Hord. We know their location is meant to be somewhere to the south of our position, but there are a few Imperials here at the outpost who would like our aid. So, we're gonna go have a word.
Major Braga at your service. I'm honored that you've graced this dismal planet with your presence. We were so close to expanding Imperial influence, introducing refinement to this rock. If you can spare a moment, we may still have a chance.
What kind of help?
There's a well, one of Tatooine's deepest and most successful. Whoever controls it, controls this region. Imperial Command ordered me to take it, but my men were butchered by sand people, no less. This tribe's so ruthless, all the other tribes pay them tribute. The Empire can't let these filthy savages control such a priceless resource.
I will end their rule.
Excellent. I can't wait to hear of your victory. The well lies deep in the desert. Kill the sand people who guard it. The Empire will be grateful.
Okay. So we have the Motesta Oasis that this tribe of sand people control, far to the west, within the Dune Sea here. Very well.
Perhaps we stand a chance after all. It's a relief to see you, my lord. The entire Empire may one day have cause for gratitude that you arrived here at precisely this moment.
What could possibly have happened here that's of interest to the entire Empire?
Well, perhaps I overstated the case a bit. But you could certainly help us teach a lesson to those who deny our mastery of Tatooine. I am Officer Vengo, Imperial Reclamation Service. My men and I were escorting prison laborers to a Circa dig site. We were ambushed by a bunch of Republic cowards who cut down my men and freed the prisoners. There was a Jedi leading them.
Why would a Jedi care about your prisoners?
Oh, some nonsense about them being Republic officers illegally detained under the terms of the Treaty of Coruscant. The point is, these Republic scum can't get away with this. I've activated the prisoners' shock collars, so they'll be severely injured. You would do the Empire a great service if you wish to, retrieve them.
Do you prefer your Jedi dead or still squirming?
Dead, my lord. I'm a simple man. The sensors in the prisoners' collars reveal no movement right now. It looks like they're holing up in the deep desert, probably to rest the wounded. It's a dangerous area, but if the sand people haven't killed them yet, make sure you do.
Sounds fairly straightforward. Very well. And we have this curious individual. Not a member of the Empire, it seems.
Hello. That's right. I'm talking to you. I know who you are, and I bring a proposal. I'm SWTOR. I speak for a small consortium of the Exchange on Tatooine. They want a warlord dead, and they think you're the one to do it.
You think I'll work for crime lords?
Oh, are you an upstanding citizen? I assure you, I have the public safety in mind. The target is the warlord Garbodia. He killed a Sith apprentice sent to assassinate him, and it's costing all of us. Imperials are torturing and killing Exchange members to find his location. Now, I know where Gar is, but I came to you. Understand why?
What exactly does this have to do with me?
You can do a service to the Empire and profit at the same time. Gar and his mercenaries are hiding in the desert. I saw them taking shade by a derelict sandcrawler. We can pay for his head. That ugly bantha stain is done. The Empire agrees, the Exchange agrees. How about you?
No. This is too convenient. You don't need me.
Our best hitters are in prison, and anyone less, Gar would annihilate.
Jail here being a member of the Exchange, the crime syndicate we've been punishing for, well, all of our time here on Tatooine. And as long as that warlord's still alive, the Empire is going to continue punishing the Exchange via association. Yes, a Sith apprentice got himself killed, but what do I care? I'm not related to them, and they aren't my apprentice. So, we need to head over here to launch that probe droid to help us locate the abandoned Circa facility. Near this sand crawler, we believe we know where the injured prisoners are and their Jedi escort. And of course we have the Oasis further to the west. Why don't we go deal with the prisoners and the Jedi first?
Lost you there.
We do have a bonus to deal with 4 of the Jedi rescuers. Ooh, hello.
The Imperial Reclamation Service will hear all about your work defeating the 24 Jedi who viciously ambushed us. No, don't say anything. My initial count could have been off. They have no way to verify. Let them be as impressed with you as I am.
That was, of course, the Imperial officer thanking us for a job well done. Starting to get the fractured armor set. I realised we forgot to look at the codex entry for the Dune Sea, didn't we? Why don't we have a look at that, shall we? A vast ocean of sand stretching endlessly into the horizon. The Dune Sea is the image that springs to mind when most think of Tatooine, even those who've settled on the planet. Few dare to wander too far into the wasteland, fearful of sand people, hideous monsters, and worst of all, the utterly unknown. Particularly brave Jawas have retrieved salvage during journeys into the Dune Sea, returning with puzzling devices and broken gadgets. No one is entirely sure how these scraps ended up in the wastes, but the occasional piece bears the worn, faded emblem of Circa Corporation. You can see the sand people have set up their little warnings here, the declaration that this territory is theirs. Let's go abuse them of that notion.
Not your time yet.
We have a bonus to deal with 12 of the sand people here. And while we're here, even though we've thinned out the Sand People forces, we can go much, much worse and destroy their water supply here. We even have a law object on the Sand People themselves. A violently xenophobic species from Tatooine, the Sand People are more formally referred to as the Glorfa. Most at home in Tatooine's endless deserts and canyons, the nomadic Sand People survive by hunting and raiding larger settlements, and by raising banthas as mounts and for food, milk, and materials. To outsiders they can appear incomprehensibly hostile, but while virtually all encounters with Sand People end in violence, their culture is more complex internally. Sand People have strict taboos against showing exposed flesh, except in very rare and specific circumstances, and keep themselves wrapped in heavy coverings. Those who violate the sacred custom are banished from the tribe, a fate that typically ends in a lonely death in the desert. Despite their insular nature, Sand People are known to adopt and raise young children from other species, orphaned by their attacks. Once these orphans have reached adulthood, they are encouraged to leave the tribe and return to their own people. The history of the Sand People is maintained through the tales of revered tribal storytellers. Many of their legends describe a golden age of technological miracles, seemingly indicating the Sand People were once a highly advanced civilization. This had led to speculation that the Glorfa are descendant from a now extinct species that lived on Tatooine roughly 30,000 years ago. Let's jump back to the Imperial Outpost. Give Major Braga the good news.
You've returned. I was about to pass out from the stench here when I heard reports of your successful massacre. Perfection as always, my lord. The survivors are weak and scattered. Once we have the well, there'll be no stopping the Empire's advance. As for myself, I'll finally be stationed somewhere befitting a man of my status. You're my savior. I can't thank you enough.
If everything's settled, I'll be leaving.
Farewell! I shall toast you when I'm drinking Aldarian wine somewhere far from here.
Okay. So... it wasn't just altruism that made him want to deal with the Sand People, of course. He wanted the Empire's victory over Tatooine to be concluded faster than expected, so that the Major could move on to a more comfortable posting. But regardless, it furthered the Empire's interest.
Task just for you? Oh, thank you, Master.
Nice.
Let's deploy this probe droid.
Can you hear me, my lord? There's a sandstorm interfering with communications, but I wanted to report. The droid's locked onto an underground power signature. Must be an artifact in the Circa base. We've also found some kind of recorded message.
Any idea who it's coming from?
Patching it through now. Is this thing working? Last. Security Officer Gromik here. I'm the last man out. We've been ordered to seal Circa's Secret Weapons Division 7. The base was compromised. We thought we had the problem contained to the artifact cave, but it didn't last. Okay, sealing the doors now. Anyone who sees this, don't come in. You don't want to. You really don't want to. They lost the whole base. Imagine that. We've got fragmentary codes and coordinates, but you'll need to run additional scans to unlock the base. There may be more messages, too. We both know if anything is still alive in that base, you're our best chance of retrieving Circa's artifacts. You'll have to go alone.
I'll return when I know more.
Sounds like a plan. My team, those of us who are left, will be waiting. Part of me wishes I were going. Circa found something unthinkably old and alien. But this is how it has to happen. Gola out.
Gromit Kerfson, the security guard who sealed the doors of Secret Weapons Division 7. One thing to note, of course, is both Republic and Imperial players, in terms of the world quest, are both seeking the abandoned Circa facility. For a player of the Republic, Gromit Kerfson actually still is alive and living out his life here on Tatooine. As a Republic player, of course, you go and meet him to try and learn about the Circa facility and where it might be located. Now this is one of the more difficult parts, or one of the more dangerous parts, I should say.
Nimag inagalepan. Dobilawesun.
As players of the Republic and the Empire both need to make use of the various relay towers to gain the access codes needed to unlock the newly discovered facility.
Not your time yet.
Dr. Sopran here. We've finished our initial catalog of the cave artifacts, which register as over 20,000 years old. You think that would narrow down the possible creators, wouldn't you? There weren't many societies capable of space travel in that period. But I can't find any society or species that fits these criteria. Even Gree technology isn't comparable. Anyway, Dr. Larrick and I will study the primary device and assign lesser relics to the others to keep them busy. Hopefully, we'll find something useful. Zerka's going to make a fortune off this stuff if we can figure it out. End log.
So Circa didn't create these artifacts, they did discover them. Is that 30,000 years old? Even before the founding of the Republic. Here, of course, is the Republic's final outpost. Outpost for Raisin, I believe it is. In fact, we could always poke our head in. We do have a stealth-capable character. There's only 2 Imperials on the PvP instance right now, us being one of them. The chances of there being a Republic player around is rather slim. But no. No one around the outpost at the moment. Of course, that is their desert trail back towards their region of Junland.
I love this.
This is Director Antaean speaking. As you know, worker safety is one of Zerka's top priorities, and we take accidents seriously. Therefore, due to concerns surrounding studies of the device, we are implementing a new policy. Anyone wishing to perform a physical inspection of the device must get written authorization from myself and Dr. Daigo. Research using droids and remote scanners may continue normally. Please note that this does not affect our division's overall schedule.
Excellent. I was just wondering what I could do to please you.
So we have the director of the overall facility, Director Antean. And we had that Dr. Sopran before, who's one of the main analysts.
I want my concerns on the record before more people get hurt. I'm worried about the device. Its energy readings keep fluctuating, and it appears to be trying to link with the lesser artifacts. I think it's a weapon, maybe a bomb. Sopran's theory about it being a Gree Enclave creation are inane. We've already got evidence of an ancient alien civilization visiting Tatooine, and they weren't Gree. We've seen similar technology in the Kashyyyk Shadowlands. I'm sure the Infinite Empire is tied to the device's origins, no matter what anyone says, and I'm tired of being ignored.
And there was another of the primary analysts, Dr. Lyric. He believes the devices are related to the Infinite Empire. We've heard of the Infinite Empire, of course, related to our datacrons.
Well, Dr. Lyric is gone. He's put in for a transfer and is heading back to Anchorhead, taking one of the lesser relics with him. Good riddance. He was a pain to work with. Still. Lyric's theory about an ancient infinite empire and a master alien species was fringe science at best, but some of his data makes sense. I'm going to run a new series of tests tomorrow, using a remote arm to open up the device. We'll see where it goes from there.
What's interesting is Dr. Lyric leaving with one of the lesser artifacts. Was the lesser artifact that the Jawas discovered? The device that ended up causing the chaos back at the Imperial Reclamation base? Did something happen to Dr. Lyric as he was on his way back to Anchorhead? Maybe he was attacked by sand people or something, and therefore his device wasn't discovered for a decade or so until the Jawas discovered it, and then we got possession of it.
I lost you there.
This is Director Antean to all Circa employees. Please listen and remain calm. A few minutes ago, we experienced a minor equipment failure in the main laboratory. As a precaution, we are initiating lockdown procedures. Do not attempt to override the system, so the computers will respond with force. Stay where you are, and you'll be alerted when the situation resolves.
Hast men jetzt gefolgt war, gegal jetzt denkt die.
The imprisoned one has been freed. The rebirth has begun. We've now checked all of the relays. We have the access code required, and the Circa facility is just over this dune here. So we have some reprogrammed Circa droids. And we have more of these former Circa employees who, certainly have seen better days. Yeah, they look much like Perrin, where they've seemingly been augmented mechanically, transformed by a device like the artifact back at the reclamation base. I believe we can bypass all of the guards here. There used to be a staged bonus mission here, as this elevator wasn't an automated elevator, but one that took you down to a lower level and a much larger mine shaft. I always keep pointing it out because it's always true. It's kind of a shame they removed it. I don't know why they did, because the final stage was to get the ID tags of the cybernecrotic director Antaean here.
Not your time yet.
I seem to have outdone myself, Master. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Ooh, pointy helmet. But we're now here in the central laboratory. Now we have to be careful. The laborers, I believe, love to poison us. And I believe the Circa, or the former Circa guards, can stun us for an extended period of time. Have a rather interesting device in the distance, but I know better. I'm gonna make my life much, much easier by clearing out some enemies before we go investigate.
No trouble at all.
And we'll just deal with this group down here as well. Okay, perfect. And we're doing that for no particular purpose. We've seen these structures before, sometimes with like a blue glass kind of covering, back on Nar Shaddaa, when we were investigating Darth Revan's storage vault. Again with this structure over here. But this is the real puzzler. This ancient machine.
Kefter da sebia vatur da marhebie. Ibn frukta mi filter nama kapel.
You called yourself the Imprisoned One.
Das die alpien tisere basamana. Das matzenke yujom. Maestrame huruba. Kefter da sebia vatur da marhebie.
Your people trapped you on Tatooine.
Jagdiv mule helem, ziyasni trida. Das matzenke yujom. Maestrame huruba.
You're awfully enamored of yourself.
Argit, des bienes desquire. Temor, dovete learn sabies ventetus, telebrestia.
Oh. Seems he's able to reanimate the dead.
Captain.
Keep them distracted for me while I sabotage this enhancement machine. Thank you.
Captain.
Yeah, this Rakata, this imprisoned one, is just unleashing wave upon wave of reanimated and augmented former Circa employees, and able to create wave upon wave of Infinite Empire assault droids. Thankfully, we can destroy its manufacturing machines.
Vediamen lemeta entiruns. Zinesti hidruli. Das brule fehed andanquad. Das matzenke yujom. Maestrame huruba.
You want to say anything else before I destroy you?
For gengablili. Jagdiv mule helem. Ziyasni tridat. Perdem fuden,
Again, similar to the Infinite Engine, it's not as if we personally will benefit from this, apart from, of course, the prestige. Can we really trust this imprisoned one not to try and escape once again?
I'll spare you in return for your service. Be grateful.
We'll of course have to... a ship upgrade. Have to inform Captain Gola of this alien's potential. Let's have a look at his species. After all, it's related to the Datacrons as well. 10,000 years before the formation of the Republic, the Rakata ruled much of the known galaxy. Warlike and cruel, strong in the Force, and technologically advanced, they enslaved or wiped out every civilization they encountered. At its peak, nearly 500 conquered worlds paid tribute to the Rakata Infinite Empire. However, the Rakata's rapid expansion came to an abrupt end when a strange plague swept through the species. Millions died, and most of those who survived lost their connection to the Force. Suddenly vulnerable, the Rakata were unable to suppress a massive outbreak of violent slave uprisings. The liberated worlds destroyed the creations and records of their defeated overlords, wiping out almost all trace and knowledge of the Rakata in the greater galaxy. A few thousand Rakata survivors, all that remained of the Infinite Empire, retreated to their hidden homeworld of Lehon, where they descended into barbarism. Let us go back to the reclamation base and inform Captain Gola of our discovery.
My lord, you're back. I wasn't expecting you to be so quick.
Your power is impressive, even among the Sith.
I'm sure you want to rest up, but I'd like to hear. Did you find the artifacts?
Inside this device is an alien mind. It was responsible for the destruction of Circa. It says it wants to work with us.
There's an intelligence stored in there? That's just incredible. That's amazing. We can do an initial study here, but a find like this has to go to Dromund Kaas. You've turned this expedition around. After our losses, I didn't think I'd be filing a mission report, let alone declaring victory.
I understand your excitement, but don't take that thing lightly.
Given what happened with Circa, we'll proceed with caution. With Darth Zash gone, I am in charge. You ever need our help, you know where to find me.
You're not without skill, Captain. I'll remember your offer.
You're too kind, my lord. Safe journeys out there. And be careful. This galaxy has a lot of old secrets. Once you start seeing them, they tend to start looking back.
Pleasure working with you, Captain. And what we'll do is get ourselves back over to Outpost Zaroshe we'll take a break here. And when we come back, we'll go in search of... Is it the members of the Exchange? I'm guessing it might be members of the Exchange that were working under Wilkes, who ran away with his credits, Andronicus's pistols, and of course, the relic, the artifact we are seeking. But we'll take a break here. Thank you all for joining me once again with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.